Why hello, fellow Martian governors, Rhadamant here. Thank you for tuning in to Farlanders, Episode 4, Happy Citizens. So you were wondering if it was smarter to go from here to here? So the glass refineries require tunneling. And tunnels cannot be built upon wasteland. So there was no better path to get to the silicon deposit than what I took here. What? Hey, we have it up now. I'm also thinking about, because in 13 turns, this factory goes bye-bye. Planning for that factory to go bye-bye by gaining access to additional mineral deposits elsewhere will be helpful. This mineral deposit is probably the closest to gain access to, because it's pretty close to this tunnel network here. And then this one's not too far away either. They're both sort of equidistant. So trying to keep that in mind. But let's get that community center finally. So I'll put the community center right smack dab in the middle of the colony here. And then if I had excess metals, what I could also do is relocate these three houses that don't fall within the radius. But for now, what I could do is just nudge this over to benefit them all. But eventually I'm probably going to want the radius to be something like this, where I have all my houses, all possible tiles around the community center being all houses, and all the houses being covered by it. So how do I want to use this pattern? Maybe that. Trying to open up the path to that those minerals. My stipend should be going up now. From the community center. Pays for itself. Power's in the negative. Oh, I also now have access to geothermal power, which produces 60 power. And there's a geothermal power node here. So the drawback to that, however, is it costs electronics, and the goal of this objective is to have 40 electronics. So in this case, I'm not going to build it, but normally I would. If the primary goal wasn't to have a certain amount of electronics, you know, it would be wise. Okay, this pattern will clear the way to the minerals. I also wouldn't mind getting that mountain gone. Is there a TNT pattern? Let's do the TNT first. Ooh, this one's great. For 1900, I can get rid of this mountain, and fill in that canyon all at once. Also down here, I can start using the drill to terraform to gain access to these anomalies. So the way the drill works is you use 2 electronics and 1 terraforming tech with some resources, and it doesn't need to be powered, and what it does is it removes any of the excavatable material around it, opening up the cavern down here, which you'll see in a second. So you can use regular old TNT to do this, or these drills. And in this case, I got a rock anomaly. And this would be a case of using TNT. Another rock anomaly. And there's probably another rock anomaly up there as well. We did find underground water, which is cool. And another rock anomaly. Alright, I'll buy that after all, to clear the way to the minerals. And I'm not going to sell anything. Obviously, there's not a lot of options to sell here. I can sell glass. Yeah, why not? I'm producing glass. I have a silicon mine. Might as well. I do, however, think it would be wise, because I require technology to be able to achieve the ultimate objective, and ideally to do it within 75 turns, setting up additional scanners. So I'm going to set a scanner up here. So if I hit the exploration layer, you can see what I've already scanned. I've already scanned everything here, so rescanning it is kind of pointless. So spreading your scanners out so you're not rescanning the same area is ideal. So down here, as you can see, I have this entire area scanned as well. So scanner up here to reveal any of the anomalies in this corner. And then maybe... actually, I can afford it. I'm going to put another scanner down there. Start scanning this area as well. In a pinch, if I don't end up finding additional tech from getting anomalies, I could raise my population up to 100 to be able to gain some additional tech for the tech tree to get rare metal extraction, which is required to win. But I don't think I'm going to have to go that route. I guess we'll see. I have a people shortage. I have a lot of excess water, so I'm just going to go ahead and straight up turn off one of these water pumps and half the greenhouse to solve the labor shortage. Do you guys think, should I aim for 100 people? Yes or no? So do you think I should gain the technology just by adding pop? The cost of that, of course, would be additional infrastructure for more farming, which is affordable. I can go that route. So I'm going to leave that up to you. I'll have you vote for 1 minute. All right, everybody thinks I should. I'll just... Pull, go away. It was pretty quickly unanimous. All right, fine. So taking a look at the radius of the community center. The only thing to consider is I want to make sure that my people don't... Okay, the radius of the community center doesn't overlap with his minerals. So let's start adding housing. So 70... 80, 90. That's a good start. And I'm also going to demolish these houses out here because I don't want people living in them because they don't fall within the radius of the... Oops. You know what? I'm going to undo that. I misplaced one house. Let's do that again. So all of the houses fall under the community center. I do have this canyon that I would like to fill in, but I have 2 more spots up there for houses. And then once I start rolling out the upgraded houses, we should have population capacity for about 100. $97 so far. A little bit more glass, and I think we'll be 100. Oops, shut that down. I don't need that yet. These patterns aren't useful. Maybe I can make this one useful. It would be useful if I filled in this canyon, so I could save it. I'll save it for now. Let's see. Do I have any canyon fillers? None that I can currently afford. One of the other things is I have a free spot for a landing pad that I wasn't considering. But I would want like an L-shaped canyon fill that I don't have offered at the moment. So I'm bringing in 20 people on this immigration wave. So you'll see the water power and food crash as a result. But I'm already prepared to deal with it. Where I can turn this water pump back on. Run it full. Run this greenhouse at full. Turn this greenhouse on. And build another greenhouse. And now we're basically just breaking even though 20 people just arrived out of nowhere. Alright. The current max population is 101, so perfect. Spot on. I don't need any more housing to be able to hit on 100 people. So over here, the scanner revealed that if I canyoned here, this would be another passage underground, which means that there's a cavern here, because your passages underground don't lead to nothing. So that's good to know. There's some sort of underground cavern in that spot. Trade opportunities. I am going to sell food. I know I'm in a deficit, but I'm probably next turn going to add some additional farms, so I'm not worried about that. Oh, man. Yeah, not quite useful. I don't have space to buy anymore. You know, I might just use this, because, storing it makes it so that I can't store other, or I can't buy other patterns. So, trying to figure out if there's a good spot to use this. So the shovel pattern, one thing to note is on the surface, the shovel pattern can make fertile soil. But underground, shovels matter a whole lot less. These green check marks mean status quo, more or less. So shoveling underground isn't all that effective. Shoveling can remove stalagmites, but that's just about it. So if you're looking at if you have a terraforming pattern that has shovels, your best bet is to look on the surface for what benefits could be reaped from those shovels, because you're not going to get a lot of benefits subterranean. There isn't like an obvious spot to use this that would be great. I'll use it there. Open up some realm if I want additional infrastructure. The 2 side objectives are now done. I've drilled a lot with the drills, and I've installed a trade shuttle module. So now it's just the push for electronics. And another thing that I could do is buy the electronics to help push the main objective ahead. But I do know that the checklist is to get the rare metal extraction. In 2 turns, I will hit a population of 100, meaning that I will be able to unlock the metal extraction, though. All right. So I do have an opportunity here, which is useful. So this factory right now depletes in 5 turns. But if I use this pattern, it now has 25 turns. That pattern added minerals. So now it's a level 2 deposit instead of level 1. It doesn't reset to level 2. It just increases up. But that keeps the infrastructure rolling for a bit longer, which is nice. Alright, I am really looking for diagonal shovels. Like, this is the cheapest. Is this game, like, satisfactory? No. Like Parasper or Surviving Mars or something like that, maybe. It's definitely a colony builder more than a resource management chain game. The other thing I've been sleeping on is filling in these canyons, which I could do, but I think I like the original option of buying that. And I don't mind dumb questions. Throw them out. They don't bother me any. Let me know. So one little sand spot in the middle there, and then I'll have like 2 maxed farms, which will be great. I could buy a singleton shovel if I need to, but there's none that are really cheap and available, so I'm not going to bother. A little cost prohibitive. Knowing that I'm about to get yet another surge in population, one thing that will likely happen as a result of this surge is I will not have the water to supply the farms to supply the food. So getting another pump out here is probably a smart idea to do ahead of time, because there's a lot of expensive infrastructure to be able to afford said pump. So that's what I'm using the remainder of my resources for. We have officially hit a settlement colony level 4. I will get the research for the deep mining tech. And then I'm going to have to do some subterranean excavation to be able to find that rich node that they were talking about. Oh! Well, that works. I can just make water. Well, rip. I say that because I installed a huge amount of infrastructure to be able to to pump this water, and now I can just make water out of another thing. So other things. I now have 2 empty slots for terraforming patterns if I want to keep them, which is useful. You know, I could actually use this to my... no, I can't really use it to my advantage. No, I could, actually. Here. Like that. It's not perfect, but it makes water adjacent to my colony, which allows me to, like, put a pool in, maybe? And it fills in some of the mountains that or canyons that I want filled in to max this colony out. So sure. I'll do that. But knowing that I plan to have this be a pool, I still want to tap that for water. Done. Fix the power shortage. Done. And then fix the food shortage. Almost balanced. In terms of the tech tree, rare metal extraction, which is required. And then I'm planning on having a swimming pool, so I'll research that as well. I'll save the remaining 10 points so that I have some flexibility if I need anything urgently. Alright, I don't have the resources to build another drill for this anomaly, but I still haven't found the subterranean rich source of electronics yet. But I know it's somewhere in here. I'll find it eventually. Alright, one last food to break even. Cool. All the resources up there look real good. This pattern is awesome. Fills in this last 2 canyons that I really want gone. And this pattern is amazing because then it makes these buildable. Again, I don't really need to max out the colony, but like, I don't know. The min-maxer in me wants me to. And those patterns were choice. So let's do it. Fill in the canyons and smooth it all out. And now everything within this community center can have, you know, ideal happiness. Is there anything I could do with the extra food? Yeah, I could have sold it. I do have a shuttle. Right now, looking at the sales here, I would need 2 shuttles to deliver the 33 food for that order, or 2 shuttles to deliver the 40 water for that order. So there's not a whole lot I could do other than selling my building resources. Or Terratech. So in this case, like, not really, unless I add more shuttle pads. But sometimes there's opportunities to improve like that. I think what I'll do... Oh, hey, look at this. The drill got through. I'm going to start using my TNT underground to explore the underground caves a little bit more. Because if I'm to complete the main objective of the electronics, I could also just start buying electronics. They're just very, very expensive. But I'll start buying them too. Because I'm just not able to find this rich node quickly. Yeah, so the other thing I could have done, Zero, what ended up happening, because what you were talking about when I had like 89 food out of 50, is the other thing I could have done is if I did have the technology of food silos, I could just increase my storage. For every resource, there is the concept of storage. So for power, you can store it in capacitors. For water, you can store it in water tanks. For food, you can store it in food silos. And for glass and metals, mineral deposits and glass depots and mineral depots or metal depots. In this case, I just didn't have the food silo tech researched. But that would have given me 50 extra space for the food, so that I could save it and not burn it. Not spoil it, I guess is a good way to think. Wow, where is this damn metal? Holy moly. This is bad RNG. I will set up a scanner over here to start figuring out where it is over there. Yeah, I do have 10 more tech. So I absolutely could have done the farming utilities. But it's possible that I could actually get farming utilities and underwater pumping. I really don't think I'm going to need advanced farming. I think the likelihood of me needing that is basically 0. And then with the farming tech, there's adjacency bonuses being next to a food silo, as you can see, which is nice. So this scanner yielded a mountain there. That's not super sexy. And then this scanner yielded an underground passage there, and that's like almost worthless to me, which is really just too bad. I'm going to dig blind here and dig into this passageway without knowing what's back there. Because I'm just looking at the turn clock and I'm really not making a lot of progress at the moment because I haven't been able to find the electronics. Oh, well, here we go. That's a lot of bulk electronics in one go. That will be useful. Because, like, worst case scenario, you can just start buying it without manufacturing it efficiently. And I do have the money because I've been keeping people happy. If I wanted the swimming pool, I would need to melt this ice. Let's go ahead and do that. Build an ice drill. Get that to be liquid. And then to power up the ice drill, I'm going to need more solar. I'm almost at capacity for glass. So instead of selling glass... Well, how much glass do I have access to? $25 more turns? Yeah, I'll just sell it. Because the other thought is to just turn off the glass factory so don't hit capacity. But I have so much glass, I don't think it will matter. I think it would be useful to TNT this passageway, though, because it might reveal some of the underground cavern that I don't currently have idea. Did I just buy glass? I did just buy glass, didn't I? Oh, man. Now I'll sell it. Luxury houses increase the residents' happiness as the building develops, and people like to live near like canyons and the like. So there's adjacency bonuses for... Oops, that's not it. There's adjacency bonuses living next to things that are pretty for the canyons. So you get development bonuses living near greenery, which we haven't unlocked yet, and canyons. So I can have 2 luxury houses right next to this canyon. And there's also a bit of an incentive to add additional canyons around the perimeter of my where people live, so that they can also go to become luxury houses and to become happier as a result. So if I buy, like, well, I'm going to buy TNT for this underground passageway, but we could start buying TNT and terraforming to make those houses prettier. Doing the old pump and dump? Yeah, I know, right? Market manipulation. Oh, there we go. So this purple indicator means that there's that electronics factory that I can place there. So one more drill will gain me access to that. Except for the water's in the way. Alright, fine, I'll drill more. I could burn that water away too. TNT. Boom. Underground passageway revealed. Oh, this doesn't even lead there. So I'm glad I'm glad I attacked this on 2 fronts. Because had I done one and not the other, I wouldn't really get there. So there's another anomaly here, but I'm really aiming towards this like pink indicator, because that's where I'm going to be able to build an electronics factory. My pool is ready. I'm going to power this bad boy on. Oops, missed a cable. And then make it overlap with as many of the houses as possible. I can't go all the way over, but I'm going over as far as I can. So as you can see, the colony morale has gone up a lot. My subsidies will also go up a lot. Can I make canyons? I sure can. I will make a canyon next turn. This currently is the campaign, but there is a daily challenge and an endless mode. I'm going to do something a little weird here, but I have enough minerals. I'm going to blow up these 2 houses, because I have enough housing for everybody, but then put nicer houses in here which will develop further, which people will prefer to live in, which increases the colony morale. Because it also overlaps with the pool. Because people want to live near a pool. I did buy TNT. Oh, whoops. Yeah, there we go. To be able to put a canyon here. So I can put a luxury house here. Because it has an adjacent canyon. Oh, that actually is... No, let me undo that. Wee bit mistake. That doesn't... That canyon wasn't covered by the community center. So I'm going to want a canyon here instead. Let's try that again. So, luxury house here, which is covered by the pool, covered by the community center, and also covered by the canyon. So that's a very happy house. 4.3 morale. Very happy house. And then use this terraforming pattern to put 2 nice houses in there. And now my morale is like sky high, and my daily subsidy, or turn subsidy, is going to be really high as a result. Finally, I have access to the rare metals depot. So I need to save a little glass for the electronics fabricator. But the other thing I'm going to need for that is a tunnel, because they're actually manned by people. Which means I need to fill in this canyon to be able to get a tunnel over there. And as you can see, the water I can't build on either, so I need to drill in here as well with glass for next turn. Wouldn't 1 square northwest be better for the canyon? No, because the community center doesn't cover this square, so this is not a good place to put a house because it won't be as happy as it could be. I mean, you could do it either way. At this point, we're like... It probably makes a difference, a morale difference of like 0.01 or something. You know, it's such a negligible difference, it doesn't really matter. Alright, so if I really... I can either build my tunnels through this here, this wall, or fill this canyon in. It really depends on what... Yeah, I do have terraforming tools to be able to fill that canyon. Perfect. Oh, you mean putting the canyon in this hole here? I don't think the pattern filled that, but, you know, I could go back in time and figure it out. What is done, and I'm moving ahead. And I'll put it this way. At the end of the day, to achieve the electronics directive, it doesn't really matter how happy people are. The happiness adds a little bit of Martian credits, but the big point is I need the 40 electronics before turn 75, so that's pretty much all I'm focusing on at this point. Because the amount of money I make doesn't really matter. So this isn't plugged in with reinforced power lines. I need the refined metals, and I'm probably going to get enough refined metals next turn to be able to build it without having to import anything. I think. I could do more canyons, though. Yeah, let's do it. Just trying to learn the game? Yeah. I mean, it depends on the terraforming set requirements. So it might have been possible to put it there, to put the canyon here instead. I don't remember what the terraforming set was. Okay, now we have an income of electronics. Nice. Magnificent. Now we simply need to give enough fabricator, give the fabricator enough time to produce electronic components. If I may build while we wait, might suggest exploring the caves to see what we can find. All right. I kind of already have them explored, but there is another passage down. So let's go down again. I will drill out the way. It was a knight's move to the cavern, so if I flip the rotation, it would have worked. Cool, good to know. Speaking of which... yeah. That luxury home's even nicer. Double the canyons. And then we started to get rid of the mountain, and we'll make a canyon there when possible. Not enough resources. Kind of tired of not having enough metals. This here... whatever. We're going to have a different trade proposal next turn, so maybe I don't have to make my metals. I could just buy them. I have a lot of money. There we go. 30 metals coming in the turn after. Perfect. Now, this is a little counterproductive because that cost the electronics, which is required to win the scenario. But Victoria did tell me to explore, so I'm just doing what she told. She says explore, and I say where. But I am making maximum money there. As you can see, average morale of 3+ gives me 20 credits per person. Anything over 3 is just gratuitous. And obviously I've exceeded that, but, you know, that's good. Now we have 2 factories, so I don't have to wait so long for the resource trickle. What to do? I'm building a moat around the community? I guess, yeah. Kind of doing that. I build a moat so I don't get demoted. Well, that's really not special down there, but could have been glorious. I didn't know until I got there. Let's also check out this cavern. Why not? I got the resources now to play around with. Because we're just, we're waiting for time to elapse for me to get more electronics. So I'm just going to start buying bulk electronics to move that ahead a little quicker. A canyon is a very over-engineered moat. Yep. For when your neighbors suck and don't climb well. Oh, speaking of which, more canyon. Where can I put this that... I could put it here. Or... here? Flipped. Oh, there's a pipe there. Yeah, I'll blow that up. Don't worry, people on the farm. You won't plummet to your doom, I hope. Everybody gets a luxury home. And I just used even more electronics. And to get access to nothing. Again, probably a counterproductive idea. Let's undo that. Now I have foresight. I know I work for the company called Foresight. Of this canyon sucks, so... the precog in me goes, hey, let's not even bother going down there. Is it cheesy? Yes. Do I care? Not so much. Thank you for watching Farlanders, which originally streamed live on Twitch September 5th. If you have any feedback or questions for me, let me know in the comments below. If you'd like to catch a live stream of mine, Rhadamant.com has my stream schedule and countdown timers to upcoming streams. If you would like to join my online gaming community, Rhadamant.com or the description of this video have a link to Discord. Thank you so very much for watching, and a special thank you to my Patreon patrons, Twitch subscribers, and viewers like you that support the channel and made it all the way to the credits. Thank you so very much. I'll catch you in the next episode or an upcoming stream. Farewell, my fellow Martians.